Determine the maximum load that can be resisted by a bracket shown in figure by fillet weld of size 6 mm if shop welding is provided. See here, a bracket is being provided and it has to be connected with the column. In a bracket, gone through the design of connection of bolt. So when you are doing that, you had a formula finding F1 and F2. What is the formula for finding F1 and F2? Root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 times F1 F2 cos theta. Why they are finding F1 and F2? F1 is force, F1 is shear force, F2 is bending shear. So you should find two forces. In the previous cases, your members are carrying axial force only. Now in this case, you will be having two force. What are they? You will be having bending force. If any force is acting apart from the center, will be having bending force. Not only shear, it will be having bending. So that is why you are finding F1 and F2. F1 is direct shear and F2 is bending shear. The same way for this weld also, you have to find F1 and F2. Of the weld is they have given. What you should find is determine the maximum load that can be resisted. They have already welded this section for a length of 140 mm, 320 mm as the height and 140 mm. So what is the total length of weld? LW is what? 320 plus 140 plus 140. What is the total length? 600 exactly, yes. Total length of weld you know, you have to find what is P. How much force it can carry. You should find this P value. Now let us do that. Size of weld is 6 mm they are given. How to find throat thickness for this? Size is S. Throat thickness is T. How to find T? 0.7 times 6. So 0.7 times 6 is 4.2. Do you find the C shape of weld? So this is a channel shape weld. They have provided C shape weld throughout with the throat thickness of 4.2. So what is the total area of the weld is? How to find area? Length of weld into 4.2. Length of weld is 600 into 4.2 will be 2520 will be your total area of weld. Now your total area you have found out here. Then you have to find, see this centroid. So here I have given 33.78. This is not given in the problem. This we have found out. How we found 33.78? If you have any channel section, how to find the centroid? Do you have that in code book? Check that in annexure H. You check that you are having any channel section which is having a total depth of 320 mm. I hope you will be not having. You will be having 200, 250, 300, 350 like that. You will be not having this. So you have to find the distance. See, something are the parts and parcel of our meal. See, in a meal you should have rice the most. Rest of the things, pickle, sambar, then payasam, then rest of things should be lesser only. Everybody likes payasam, but can you have it a whole of your meal? Everybody likes that, no? Then why can't you have as a whole meal? No, you cannot have that. It is a part of your meal. If you are a player, definitely you will do your study, then you will go and do your other works. There are some players, but most of them are stuck between these two. Player, they are not neither the player, neither the academician. They will just be the person to enjoy. See, this enjoyment is okay, but why in a crucial time? This will definitely help you. Academics will always be help you. See, when I was a student, I was very much interested in cricket. That is the whole thing of myself. But my career changed to different thing. It will be heartbreaking when we change our career. It will be heartbreaking. We think something is our life, this is our food, this is our breath, everything. But finally it will crash in a small moment, in a small time, it will crash. We will be questioned, what is life? He is doing like that, he is doing like this, everybody is fake. We will speak all all the philosophies at that time. See, you should understand the reality. There are persons who rarely understand the reality. Understand the reality, then you do the work. Currently, the people are good in technology. When we are studying, those students are knowing switch on to off the computer, he is the expert. We will be sitting along with him. When we have computer lab, if somebody is switching on the computer correctly and if he is working, we will think that he is the most technological person in our class. Now, everybody knows how to know, you know what is Android, Blueberry, Blackberry, all berries you know. But we are not knowing Windows. That was our stage. But the thing is, see, certain things are changeable. You are thinking that you know everything, but whatever thing you know which is known by everyone, yes or no? What you know is common to everyone. How you should excel is you should know what others doesn't know. That is called skill. That is called technique. See, notes, everybody will be having at the end of during end of semester, everybody will having notes. Who will become expert? Without consultant, large structures will not work out. Not even a single brick they will lay. If you are in a particular place, if it is any good structure, large structure, definitely you will be knowing a consultant. Know their name, where they are working. He will be expert in some area. Only consultant knows other consultant. What he is doing, what he is expert. But we know that we are not expert of 100%. We know our expertise and we share with others. They appreciate our expertise. We appreciate their expertise. If he is well known in workshop building, whatever works we got, we will share him. Whatever steel work, tank work, pipe laying work will be there, he will refer our name. Like that is the community. Community is grown like that. Soon you have to identify your identity. I hope that you find it soon. Okay, let us complete this. Now you have to find 33.78. What is 33.78 is? This is the centroid for the channel section. How to find centroid? What is the formula? If any shape is given to you, how to find centroid? X equal to A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. Why I have given three areas? Because you have three shapes. So if you connect three rectangle, will you get the C shape? Three shape of rectangle. If I connect that, will I get the C shape? Yes. So I should know the three areas. How to find the first area? How to find area of this length? 140 into what is the thickness? 4.2. So 140 into 4.2 plus 320 into 4.2 plus again 140 into 4.2. So you will get all the area divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. This is what I have done here. X equal to A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 divided by A1 A2 A3. If you have two sections, say for example if you have L section, how many A will come here? Two areas. You have length and you have height. That's all. So what is the answer you are getting? Why I have multiplied by 2 is you have 2 this length. So are you getting 33.78? It is called X bar. You should know the centroidal distance. Next, how to find moment of inertia? Moment of inertia I. I equals BD cube for a rectangle. What is the formula? BD cube by 12. If you have a built up section, how to find your moment of inertia is BD cube divided by 12 plus area into distance square. That is IXX plus area into distance square. So you take it as note. How to find moment of inertia for composite section. Moment of inertia for composite section equals I plus area into distance square. Area into distance square. I11 equals Ixx plus Ay square. I11 equals, I11 is what? Reference axis, equals Ixx plus Ay square. A is called area, Y is called distance. Okay. So the formula is written here. How to find moment of inertia? Why you need moment of inertia is for finding F1. F1 can be found out by using moment of inertia, F1 and F2 force. Okay. So what is the formula for finding moment of inertia for this rectangle? What is the breadth here? Breadth is 140, thickness is 4.2. So B d cube divided by 12. So this is what written here. For the flange section, it is written as breadth is 140 into depth is 4.2. B d cube divided by 12. Why I have multiplied by 2 is I have two flanges like this. So I can multiply into 2 plus area. How to find area? 140 into 4.2, which is written here, into distance square. What is the distance is? See, I have taken the reference as this line. So where you will be having the centroid. If 140 is your breadth, your centroid will act at 70, half of that. That is 70. So that it is written as half of the line. So which will be 70. Okay. Now when you are taking the reference line as x-axis, now you are finding Ixx. Your centroid will act at this place. Then what will be the height of this? If you have totally 320 distance, half of this will be 160. So from this reference axis, the centroid of this individual will be at 160 mm. So totally 320 minus 160 will be this height. So which will be 160 square. Now for this flange, this for flange section is over. For the web section, what is the breadth? B is 4.2, D is, so the overall depth is 320. So your Ixx will be 40 into 10 power 6 mm power 4. This will be your Ixx. Next you have to find Iyy. Now what is the formula for F1 and F2? P by N, that is number of bolt. They have used bolt connection there, they are using number of bolt. Here you are using a welded connection. You need polar moment of inertia. What do you mean by polar moment of inertia is Ixx plus Iyy. You should add these two components, you will be getting, so that you are finding that. Then how to find F2? P E R by summation of R square. Now what is your R is? R is the radius. From the centroid, this is the radius. So this is called R. How to find R? From this section you have to find R. Since you know 33.78. So out of 140 you subtract 33.78. So 140 minus 33.78 will be this distance. 106.2. So which will be your base, and your height is how much? 160. So you root that, you will be getting hypotenuse. Then hypotenuse is what? Your radius. You root that 106 point square plus 160 square. Are you getting 192? So you know the radius. Now P E into R divided by summation of R square. P is unknown here. What is E is known as eccentricity. Eccentricity is calculated by load into distance. So what is the distance here up to this point? Totally 140 plus 240 is how much? 380. So 380 minus this distance is 380 minus what? 33.78 is 346 into P, that is P into E into R divided by summation of R square. Now all the component is over. Only one thing you have to find is polar moment of inertia. For finding that you need Ixx and Iyy. How to find Iyy is the same way. Instead of BD cube divided by 12, you have to change the formula as dB cube by 12. Now your depth is, here your depth is 4.2, 4.2 cube into 311.6 divided by 12, which is the first component, which is this one, web component. Total height is 311, width is 4.2. So 4.2 cube into 311.6 plus area is 4.2 into 311.6. This area into distance square. What is the distance is? Totally 4.2. Your centroid will be at 4.2. Half is what? 2.1. 4.2 minus 2.1. So this is your value. Minus 33.78. What is that? 33.78 is this distance. So the individual centroid to the distance of the common centroid. So this is your value. Plus 2 times. Why? You have 2 flanges into, here your breadth is 140, depth is 4.2. B cube D divided by 12 plus area is 4.2 into 140 minus, now your distance for this 140, half of this will be 70. Hence 70 minus 33.78. So you will be subtracting this distance. Finally, you will be getting 4.7 into 10 power 6 mm power 4. And for finding IZZ, you add IXX and IYY. You will be getting this IZZ. For finding radius, I said root of 160 square plus 106, some value you got. If you are squaring, you will be getting 192. How to find theta is, you should find cos theta. How to find cos theta? For finding the theta, theta is opposite side, which is 160, adjacent side is total 140, subtraction of 33.68, which will be this answer. So your theta will be tan inverse of this, you will be getting 56.25. Check that you are getting this answer. Then eccentricity of weld is E equal to 240 plus 140. So this is your 240 plus 140 is your eccentricity, load into distance, minus this 33.78, which will be 346. All the components are known now. Unknown component is P. How to find direct shear is force by area. Force, your area is known, 600 into 4.2, P into 1000. For finding F2, that is Q2, here it is taken PER divided by summation of R square. Instead of summation of R square, you are using IZZ. What is IZZ? Polar moment of inertia. You have already found this. When substituting P into 1000 into R, the value you know. Eccentricity is 346.2, R is 192 divided by IZZ value. You will be getting 1.46 P. You have Q1 and Q2. Now you substitute in this equation. This equation you know. This is the resultant stress, theta 56. You know Q1, Q2 and theta. All the things are known. You can take the P outside. Take the P outside, then you can simplify this. P square and P square, you can take this out. So if you are rooting, P will be there. P into P will be P square, you can take this out. So commonly you can take the P out and you can root it. When you are rooting, you will be having only components here. After simplifying, you will be getting 1.67 P. Weld can resist the stress of, so this is the welding resistance, Fu divided by root 3 into 1.25. So Fu is 410 divided by root 3 into 1.25, which will be 189. So you can equate these two. 189.37 equal to 1.67. If you equate this, you will be getting the value of P. If you cross multiply, you will be getting 113.5